Thank you, Mr. President, for scheduling this. I'm one of the parents who actually filed the state complaint. I've been basically fighting the DOE since day one. The parents were notified through me, not through the DOE, and I've basically drew out the last straw, and that's what I did. And I thought it was a success until 48 hours later, Chancellor used his regulations. I'm upset about the decision, but also more so the lack of respect that's been given towards the educational needs of my son, as well as the other 40 autistic children in that building, and as well as the 188 school population. I feel all children are entitled to the high quality of education. It's not a thing versus charter versus public. It's every child is deserving of a top-notch quality education.
Yes.
It should never be at the expense of another thriving program, and it should most definitely not be on the back of the most vulnerable population, which is the special needs community. And it's been like that for numerous years. We're always on the top floor. We're always impacted with lack of resources, and I'm basically fed up. And I will sit here and fight to the bitter end, not only for my son, but the 23,000 plus students that are in District 75, until the Chancellor and everybody else in the DOE recognizes that we need our needs met. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. CEJ was supportive of 94 in their lawsuit. CEJ is the New York City Coalition for Educational Justice, and we are a parent organization who have been fighting for school reform for the last 5 years. We are extremely upset, like everyone else is here, and it's time for us as a community people to hold the DOE accountable. Yes. They have been ignoring the law for the longest.
Yes.
How can you invoke a clause about an emergency based on health and safety? To me, it seems like it's the health and safety of the children in 94. And it's time for us to really come together. Everyone has said everything that we've been thinking about this lawsuit and the decision that was made, but it is time for us to hold the DOE accountable. They do not plan for our kids, so that is just planning to fail. So it's time for us to come together. CEJ will be in support and help you fight this until the bitter end. I thank you. Goodbye.
Yes.
Parent involvement in the City of New York is broken in the public education system. The hearing process about the impact in our public schools is broken too. And the emergency powers the Chancellor was given because mayoral control was continued. Yet we have another broken situation, and this is why we're here today. He clearly favors a school that is hedge fund fueled, opposing a school that actually really serves the children that have the most needs in our city. Not just the children that have autistic issues, but also children that are living in poverty, that are living on the streets of this city. Look at Girls Prep, if they have these kind of students. They don't. The Community Education Council of District 1 has shown these numbers throughout the whole process. That Girls Prep is not serving these children of our community. It's time for the system to listen to the parents. We invest in the system the most precious thing you can invest, the future of our children. It's time to listen to the parents of the city. We know our community because we are our community. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Borough President. My name is Lakeisha Brooks. I'm also a parent of an autistic child who attends P94, and I'm also a member of the CCSE, the Citywide Council on Special Education. I'm going to read a statement prepared by the CCSE. The New York City Schools Chancellor's recent decision to invoke emergency powers in order to bypass the August 2nd ruling of the New York State Education Commissioner in favor of petitioners who represent special needs students from P94, a District 75 school for children with autism, which has been located on the Lower East Side for 20 years. Not only a blatant abuse of power, but represents a deliberate move to pit the needs of students with disabilities against the needs of students in the charter school occupying the same building. In so doing, Chancellor Klein has once again demonstrated that he is not committed to the education of all students. in New York City public system and the latest round of special education reforms currently underway are nothing but cost-cutting measures pursued at the expense of our most vulnerable students. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.